前は
Beer's
死んでる。
3, but beer's whoop.
Hey guys, it's your boy Alana McConnell here live once again. Welcome to another video of mine. Today we're talking about To Be Hero X. I just finished the last episode 24, the finale today, and honestly, hands down, it's probably the best anime of this year. I'm telling you that, guys, right now. I'm surprised no one's really talking much about it on the interwebs, not seeing a lot of reviews, because you could forget the Dragon Slayer movie, you could forget the new animes like Guchita or whatever else is out there right now. This is what everyone should be watching, and honestly, everything's like borderline perfect. The animation, the story, the visuals, the music, it just hits so hard, and the emotions are there too. Like, I was crying part of it as well, and not only that, I was just dumbfounded by every single action and what was going on in the I was confused. That's all I had to say. But this summer, this anime has carried me through it all, and I don't think this is a Japanese anime. I believe it's Chinese, but big ups to them, man. Big ups to them. They deserve something. Maybe not a medal, maybe a trophy or a raise. I don't know, but this is absolutely art. But yeah, in this video, I want to talk about the plot of this anime. This is basically my reaction, my review, or my interpretation of it all, because first off, the final episode is insane. The way X talks to the dog about the trust and fear, we as a viewer is the dog, and that scene alone is enough for you to blow your mind. Hence why I'm making this video. The way that conversation was going, I just had a massive brain bulb in my head where I'm like, wait a minute. It all connects. And the animation in these moments are just top tier. Every small details that we're showing, the coin flipping, the expressions, the snapping, the subtle visual cues, they're all telling a story that goes deeper than words, and I was just dumbfounded by it all. I was baffled, and I'm just trying to make this connection, get my thoughts out there for you, for those who are watching this right now. And here's the thing, X never needs to show off. He's blending in, he's observing, he's controlling the narrative without being too obvious. And I didn't know this before, but I just realized, like, whoa, he's been there the whole time, more or less. And his powers, you know, the way he's able to change dimensions or space through time, I thought that's what his powers were initially, like change timelines, but it's more than that. I'm calling him the philosopher hero, in the sense that his powers is not controlling space, time, and whatever else. It's more likely the powers of the philosopher's stone's abilities, kind of like from Harry Potter series or the Full Metal Alchemist. Like, it's able to grant you subtle wishes in a sense, and he's thinking about in systems and like in patterns and consequences, cause and effect and all that, and he's just on a whole different level. This whole nother level I'm talking about, this is why I love X so much. He's more than a hero. He's a philosopher in action. The reason why I'm talking about it like this is because it's borderline similar to the Matrix and how Neo was. Like, all the names and cues are something that you could talk about endlessly for decades on end. We're still talking about Matrix till this day. We could talk about this anime 20 years down the road, and this character X, he sees the mechanics of his world, the domino effect of choices, the balance between trust and fear. The coin that he carries is not just a prop, it's a symbol of duality, the trust and the fear, the two sides of the same coin. One cannot exist without the other. These are things that we have heard before, hence why I'm really excited to talk about it, my interpretation of it. And Zero, the first hero that X is talking about, he embodies duality. And what X realizes is that the influence of Zero, the trust and the fear, has woven into society. It never really disappeared. And I was like, oh, that makes more sense now. So it ripples through the lives of every hero we have watched thus far, hence the backstory we've been watching, and creating the domino effect that shapes the story. It's a reflection of life, the actions and the consequences and even the patterns and choices. It's just all connected. It's quite amazing. And not only that, I believe. And on top of that, when the dog asks X what he plans to do in the tournament, X says to defy the hand of fate. And I mean, my reaction was like, what? This is all happening towards the end here. Spoiler alert, I do apologize. But then you realize that X is saying something more profound. Fate exists as a system, as patterns, as influence. But understanding it gives you agency. Most heroes act within the rules, but X sees them and understands them and chooses to step outside of those rules. He's observing and guiding, not just participating. That's why he's above the competition. It's not power alone, it's perception. Hence why you kind of hear why the institutions in the episode are saying like X is like more of a liability. He's not just number one in the tournament, but he's above the institution. So all those things are kind of making more sense the more I'm talking about it right now. And on top of that, on a whole nother level, man, the show gets even more deeper. Hero X is not just teaching about his world, he's teaching about reality. Like, let me try to break this down for you. Like, through the stories of the 10 heroes that we have followed thus far, obviously it's a bit confusing here and there because the way they were being released every week, it was kind of hard to detect what's past, what's present. But through the stories of them, we have seen the challenges, the failures, the choices they have made. We have seen the harsh truths that have mirrored life itself. And in my mind, I'm thinking like every hero represents something, right? Like as a storyteller or like a director, you would think like, okay, each hero that's been hyped up to be number one, number two, number three represents something. If hero number one is X, and I'm calling him as a philosopher hero, I'm thinking that the other heroes represent something, some harsh truths about our reality. So I'm thinking like, this is not in any order, but I'm thinking the harsh truths of our reality, one of them being like nature doesn't care about fairness. I'm pretty sure one of the stories that we have witnessed that has happened. 2, power decides outcome. Again, this could reflect another powerful hero that we have witnessed. 3, skill, preparation, the ability to adapt, that's survival. That is all depending on them. Number 4, comfort, sentiment, moral worth, it doesn't guarantee you survival, Number 5, I think this harsh truth is what X is trying to persuade, or at least bring more self-awareness to, is that institutions in themselves are just fragile. They only exist as long as we maintain them. And I think this sort of rule not just represents a hero, but it can represent everyone. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot more harsh truths out there. I just can't think of more right now out of my mind, but those are just the 5 I could just think of right now that kind of represents each hero's stories, because there is so much love and deaths and shocking cliffhangers and everything. And it's like the show is saying like, look, life applies pressure, systems exist, but conscious understanding and action can let you navigate the sort of chaos. And I think X embodies that philosophy. He is the lens through which we understand these sort of truths, because towards the end in the animation, he's showing the timeline of what's going on. We can't really necessarily change it, but we can navigate it and manipulate it somehow for us. So yeah, To Be Hero X isn't just an anime. I think I'm just ranting here. I do apologize, but it is, I'm thinking this is art, this is philosophy, this is storytelling, this is reflection all rolled into one. And I think the finale is not just the end of the show. It's just accumulation of all what we have witnessed the past 23 episodes of what trust, fear, choices, and consequences were. X isn't just a hero. He is a mirror showing us what it means to act with awareness in this sort of chaotic world. And it's I think this is hands down one of the best anime. This is up there like Arcane a couple years ago, or last year, 2 years ago. It's high up there. Like each tone, each scene represents something. It's unforgettable. It's probably one of the most smartest, most thought-provoking animes out there. Please go watch it. I'm not being sponsored at all, but I just want to bring more awareness to this anime because I'm not seeing a lot of reviews about it. Everyone's still sticking to the Japanese stuff. I'm like, bruh, there's something way better out there. And maybe, just maybe, you'll see why X is the philosopher hero that I'm talking about, that we didn't know that we needed. It's better than My Hero Academia by tenfold, my guy. Like, this is I don't know what this is. I'm just having a brain fart. I'm just ranting. I do apologize, but I was just at the end of the episode, I was just like, what am I watching? What did I just watch? I was just so enticed. Like, where's season 2 coming out? And I was just reading a bit of the comments there. Everyone was not, no one was saying what happened. They're just saying, oh, this is a great anime, watch it. But like, no one was actually talking about the truths. Like, what does it mean, man? What does it mean? Especially towards the end with this, the music, you know, we heard a female voice towards the end. They're singing the song, this new villain, they're all fighting together with the tattoo cards or whatever you call it. I'm like, what does this mean? It seems that Hero X became #1 again. However, they're now cohesively acting like a team to defeat this villain. And I think that's what season 2 is going to be about. Perhaps, maybe fate is what this new villain is, right? I don't know. I'm just rambling. But anyways, if you guys liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I hope you guys understand me. I do apologize if there's a lot of cuts of myself because my phone just died, my camera. But maybe you guys can make sense of this all. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave a like, subscribe. Until next time, peace.